शर्म यच्छत् द्विबर्हाः.
Very good. Aratte goghna. Arat. Let me wait for the YouTube to start 1 second. One more time, Sairama, can you please chant again? Om.
ॐ आरात्ते घोघ्न उत पूरुषघ्ने क्षयद्वीराय सुम्नमस्मेते अस्तु. रक्षा च नो अधि च देव ब्रूह्यधा च नः शर्म यच्छत् द्विबर्हाः.
Arat te goghna. 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 Arat te goghna. Goghna iti go ghne. I'm giving you the padapatha, each word in the ruk. Uta purushaghna. Purushaghna iti purusha ghne kshayadviraya. Kshayadvirayeti kshayat viraya sumnam asme iti te astu. Excuse me. Raksha chanaha. Can you show this script, Sairama, so people can follow the padas that are within? Raksha chanaha adhiti. Raksha chanaha adhiti cha deva bruhi adha chanaha sharma yacha dvibarha iti dvi barha. Those are the words within the pada, within this ruk. Arat te goghna uta purushaghne kshayadviraya sumnam asmete astu raksha chanaha adhicha deva bruhi adha chanaha sharma yacha dvibarha. Okay, before we get into the meaning of it, let's learn the Kramapatha and then we'll come back to the meaning. Arate te goghne.
ॐ आरात्ते ते गोघ्ने. ॐ आरात्ते ते गोघ्ने.
Te goghne.
ते गोघ्ने.
All right. Om goghna uta goghna iti goghne.
ॐ गोघ्न उत गोघ्न इति गोघ्ने. गोघ्न उत गोघ्न इति गोघ्ने.
Slightly lower than the scale, Kana. Om आरात्ते ए ते गोघ्ने गोघ्न उत गोघ्न इति गोघ्ने उत पूरुषघ्ने पूरुषघ्ने क्षयद्वीराय. Start with uta.
ॐ भूतपूरुषघ्ने पूरुषघ्ने क्षयद्वीराय ॐ भूतपूरुषघ्ने पूरुषघ्ने क्षयद्वीराय
पूरुषघ्न इति पूरुषघ्ने.
ॐ पूरुषघ्न इति पूरुषघ्ने पूरुषघ्न इति पूरुषघ्ने
क्षयद्वीराय सुम्नम्.
क्षयद्वीराय स्म्नम् क्षयद्वीराय स्म्नम्
क्षयद्वीरायेति क्षयत् वीराय.
ॐ क्षयद्वीरायेति क्षयत् वीराय क्षयद्वीरायेति क्षयत् वीराय
सुम्नमस्मे.
ॐ सुम्नमस्मे सुम्नमस्मे
अस्मेते अस्मे इत्यस्मे.
अस्मे ते अस्मे इत्यस्मे अस्मे ते अस्मे इत्यस्मे
And the line of holding ennachu? Why there are no holdings on that line?
on the asme.
Asme, yeah.
Oh, okay. I will fix it.
Asmete, so the sme,
Yeah, there
yeah,
should be
the
one
sa has to be
held.
held.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then itya, tya has to be held. So let's
Hmm.
make sure the holdings are also there on this. Okay.
I will fix it.
Te astu asti te te astu अस्त्वित्यस्तु.
ॐ ते अस्तु अस्त्वित्यस्तु ॐ ते अस्तु अस्त्वित्यस्तु
And the anudatta, when you are chanting the anudatta,
Hmm.
um, you seem to be conscious of the anudatta, let it flow. Tem, so natural tone. You are putting te, 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 like that. They are giving more. You are giving more depth,
Yeah, be
bass.
conscious of that.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So don't let just the swara flow through you. Okay. Rak raksha cha chana chana. Oh, now I became raksha cha chana ham.
ॐ रक्षा च नः
Good.
रक्षा च नः
Na sharma sharma yacha.
Oh, which one, Anna? Sorry. No
Uh,
adhi.
sorry, Rakshaja, Rakshaja. च नः नो अधि अधि च देवा 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 ब्रूहि. Okay, let's do one. रक्षा च नः
रक्षा च नः रक्षा च नः
नो अधि अधि
नो अधि अधि च नो अधि अधि
देवा देव ब्रूहि.
ॐ च देव
च देव, because that is a च देव
yeah.
देव ब्रूहि.
ॐ च sorry
Uh,
च देव देव
च
ब्रूहि
should be ni anudatam. च देव.
च देव देव
Mm,
ब्रूहि
no, देव ब्रूहि.
देव ब्रूहि
च
दे
देव देव ब्रूहि.
ॐ च देव
Mm, च de, you somehow
cha
you are
becomes
cha is
udatam, yeah.
anudatam. च
Mm-hmm.
देव देव ब्रूहि.
ॐ च
Mm,
देव देव
naturally, please start with adhi च देव देव ब्रूहि.
अधि च देव देव ब्रूहि
ब्रूह्यथ अथ अधा च
ॐ ब्रूह्यध अधा च ब्रूह्यद अधा च
च नः न शर्मा.
ॐ च नः नः शर्म च ॐ च नः नः शर्म
शर्म यच्छ यच्छद्विबर्हा आह.
ॐ शर्म यच्छ यच्छ द्विबर्हा आह ॐ शर्म यच्छ यच्छद्विबर्हा आह
यच्छद्विबर्हा आह.
ॐ यच्छद्विबर्हा आह
Hmm.
यच्छद्विबर्हा आह
Hmm. द्विबर्हा इति द्विबर्हा आह.
ॐ द्विबर्हा इति द्विबर्हा आह द्विबर्हा इति द्विबर्हा आह
Okay, please scroll back and I'll chant the whole rook. Om आरात्ते ते गोघ्ने गोघ्न उत गोघ्न इति गोघ्ने उत पूरुषघ्ने पूरुषघ्ने क्षयद्वीराय पूरुषघ्न इति पूरुषघ्ने क्षयद्वीराय सुम्नम् क्षयद्वीरायेति क्षयत् वीराय सुम्नमस्मे अस्मेते अस्मे इत्यस्मे ते अस्तु अस्त्वित्यस्तु रक्षा च नः नो अधि अधि च देव देव ब्रूहि ब्रूह्यथ ब्रूह्यथ अधा च नः न शर्मा शर्म यच्छ यच्छ द्विबर्हा द्विबर्हा इति द्विबर्हा You see, when you start chanting this Kramapatham, you will be able to actually much better connect with the Swara and the Varna, and Rudram doesn't become a reading phenomenon. Many people are kind of reading Rudram, not chanting Rudram. The experience of the vibration really comes by connecting to each syllable. And then when you're doing the Samhita Patha, yeah, like you see when we are looking at some of the things like Ghane Chayadviraya, that is a Kha and a Sha together. It is not K, it is a Kha. So the emphasis on the balam associated with those syllables is very high. So you cannot Chayadvir, you cannot say Chayadviraya. You have to say Chayadvir, Cha, Ya, Dvi, Ra, Ya. So when say Dvibarha iti Dvi, every single letter is pronounced. Every single syllable that contains the Samyuktakshara, you have to put a. Hmm, and when you're able to really chant Rudram like that, then Devi Matyam becomes much easier. But because people have not learned Rudram like this, then what happens is that's why in traditionally they will actually before they teach the Samhita, they teach the Padapatha and the Kramapatha. And unfortunately, we are going the reverse way. But be that may, even with this, people are very much tired and intimidated, and it's not for everybody. Okay, it's really not for everybody. You require a lot of incredible amount of concentration and ability to time the spend. Our concentration increases when there is an incentive of an event. Yajna is there, then all of the then after that nobody even shows up for classes or nobody shows up for practice sessions because it's all driven by some motivation and that incentive. I have to have some incentive with this. It's truly not a study, but an outcome focused endeavor. That is how our lives are incredibly so programmed, and it is very hard to get rid of that. Arat Tegoghna, and they're referring to may that form of yours. Now here it is Goghna, Purushaghna. Ghana means that which is eliminated. The moment when you say go ghana, then immediately the literal interpretation is elimination of cows, wow, wow, and elimination of people. That what you're saying, that arat. te goghna uta purushaghne te astu, your your presence that spells destruction. How can your presence spell destruction? Doesn't make any sense. And they hear the word go and purusha, as in people, arat, astu, asme, asme, arat astu. Let it be far away from us. Arat means far away. Asme, from us. However, let that peaceful form, sumnam te, which is invoked here and hereafter, barha, barhi, barha, dvibarha, in two different places, that which destroys the valor of the enemies, be near me, protect, rakshacha, exalt, adhicha, bruhi. Bruhi means speaking. Bruhi means invoke. Bruhi means literally bruhi mukundeti. Rasane bruhi mukundeti. You heard that beautiful Sadashiva Brahmendra Kriti. Bruhi means O Rasana, O tongue. Bruhi, speak about Mukunda. Here, Adhicha Bruhi. May I speak highly of Sharma Yacha. The literal meaning of this mantra is very, uh, what's the right way to say it? Is tricky, because it doesn't really make sense. But when you actually reflect it and turn it inside, and you say, whose presence are we talking about here? Then you interpret that presence of yours in thought means when awareness is completely carried away by thoughts that take you outside, what will it do? It destroys your presence to yourself, meaning your own individual self, as in go, the jiva, and also to purusha. Purusha. Purusha means that which is all pervading. Pura iti purushaha. Purnatvat iti purushaha. Pura iti purushaha. Three different meanings. I have explained this many, many times. So that means the go means the individual self, and then purusha means what? May the thought of mine that destroys my presence to myself, as in the individual self, and to the all pervading self, may that be far away. And therefore, why do those thoughts arise? Because they are carried away by the desire, which is self interest focused or selfishness, and that is passionate, the movement, the overactive thought. And that overactive thought is viraya. It is viraya means very active. Shayat, may that be degraded. And when that happens, then we are protected in our consciousness with the sumnam, That mind which now glorifies, it has nothing else to do. It glorifies the presence in two places, both in the individual self, both inside and outside. Dvi Barha, and therefore Adha, Adhi, Adha. You see how those words are used. Adha, and there is Adhi, Raksha cha, Naha, protect us. Adhi, and then Adha. Adhi means above, Adha means below, and Deva Bruhi. Naha, Deva means the divine being, is now extolled. Bruhi, Nasharma, Yacha Dvibarha, bringing us happiness. Sharma, Yacha Dvibarha, in both the places. So this is all about Sumnam, Sharma, Raksha. Now the word Kshayadviraya is used so many times in this Anuvakam. If you go look at how many times Kshayadviraya is used, in some cases it represents desire, in some cases it represents valor. So depending upon the context, the meaning, you have to interpret that. And that is the essence of this Ruk, which really is about love in feeling, which is peace. Love in feeling. Then we go to the eighth Anvaka. Stuhi Shrutam Gartasadam Yuvanam Mrugam Na Bhimam Vupahantum Ugram Mruda Jeritre Rudra Stavanaha Anyam Te Asmat Ni Vapantu Senah. When you're chanting the Samhita Patha, all those sandhis will make you, uh, you have all those sandhis that are integrated in chanting, so beautiful. As you actually understand where the visargas are, where the anuswaras are, these are for advanced people. I'm not talking about those that are just beginning to learn Rudram. But if you truly watch all those videos and those videos are not one time watching, taking a quiz and chal ho gaya hum tick mark likha ho gaya. No, it's not like that. Uh, it's like a refresher. It's just like a doctor who takes a examination to renew their license every 2 years. You have to refresh. Otherwise, you should have incredible focus and concentration to pay attention, which is not practical in nowadays. Everything has to happen instantaneously. Stuhi Shrutam. This is a beautiful Anuvaka. Let me ask one of you to chant the. Who is there to chant? Radhakrishnan, Satish, please chant the Samhita Pata without looking at the book. Now, I may call upon any one of you who are quote unquote Rutviks for several yajna to chant. Don't get intimidated by it. Take it as a challenge. Do I really understand this mantra at the Samhita? How many times I chant Rudram? And when you focus on it, it slips because all that learning is so process oriented, but it is not by heart, it is by head. Do I know? Can I chant Rudram by my heart, not my head? So, yes, Radhakrishnan. Mm,
ॐ स्तुहि
mm,
श्रुतं गर्तसदयुवाणं मृगन्न भीममुपहत्नुमुग्रम् मृडाचरित्रे रुद्रस्तवाणो अन्यन् स्तवाणो अन्यन्ते अस्मन्निवपन्तु सेना आह
very good. Now chant one more time without having a doubt.
तु हि श्रुतं गत्तसदयुवानं मृगन्न भीममुपहत्नुमुग्रम् मृडाचरित्रे रुद्रस्तवानो अन्यन्ते अस्मन्निवपन्तु सेनाः
Better. Third time, a little bit slowly.
स्तु हि श्रुतं गर्तसदयुवानं मृगन्न भीममुपहत्नुमुग्रम् मृडाचरित्रे रुद्रस्तवानो अन्यन्ते अस्मन्निवपन्तु सेनाः
Okay. After you forgot the pauses, you are not still focused on the pauses that occur before the short vowels followed by a long vowel. No, so the second one, Mrudajaritre Rudrastavano Anyante Asmannivapantu Sena Aha. That is the speed in which you have to chant the Samhita Patham, just like they chant in Puttaparthi. But if you chant that slow, Atirudram will take 1.5 years. Not that, but when you are doing Atirudram, it is okay to chant faster. But when you are actually studying the mantra, chant slowly so that you are connecting to all the words, right? So, Stuhe Shrutangarta Sadai Yuvanam Mruganda Bhimamupahatnu Mugram Mrodajaritre Rudrastavano. In that Rudrastavano, your Rudrastavano, the Rudrastavano is where the swaras are not perfect. Okay, otherwise you chanted well, except the pauses. Okay, what is this? What is this ruk? The padas within this ruk. Stuhi Shrutam Gartasadam Yuvanam. Those are the okay. Let me Stuhi Shrutam Gartasadam iti Garta Sadam Yuvanam Mrugam na Bhimam Upahatnum Ugram Mruda Jaritre Rudra Stavanaha Anyam Te Asmat Niti Vapantu Senah Pariti Naha. So let's go to the Karmapatha chanting and then we'll look into the meaning of this. Okay, 1 second. Hmm. Are you ready, Kana? Sairama?
Yes, son.
Hmm. स्तुहि श्रुतम्
ॐ स्तुहि श्रुतम् ॐ स्तुहि श्रुतम्
गर्तसदै युवानम्
The
ओ
previous one.
श्रुतं गर्तसदम् गर्तसदै युवानम्
ॐ श्रुतं गर्तसदम् गर्तसदञ्युबानम् श्रुतं गर्तसदम् गर्तसदञ्युबानम्
गर्तसदमिति गर्तसदम्
ॐ गर्तसदमिति गर्तसदम् ॐ गर्तसदमिति गर्तसदम्
युवानं मृगम्
यु-
युवानं मृगम् that
युवानम्
yeah, I
there is
couldn't see
another.
the yeah, there is
Yeah.
Anudatta there. I couldn't see it with the box. Yuvanam mrugam mruganna.
ॐ युवानं मृगं मृगन्न sorry मृगन्न
Correct, yeah. Na bhimam upahatnumugram.
ॐ न भीमं भीममुपहत्नुम् उपहत्नुमुग्रम् न भीमं भीममुपहत्नुम् उपहत्नुमुग्रम्
Ugramityugram.
उग्रमित्युग्रम् उग्रमित्युग्रम्
मृडाजरित्रे जरित्रे रुद्रा
ॐ मृडाजरित्रे जरित्रे रुद्र मृडाजरित्रे जरित्रे रुद्र
रुद्रस्तवानः स्तवानो अन्यम्
ॐ रुद्रस्तवानः स्तवानो अन्यम् रुद्रस्तवानः स्तवानो अन्यम्
अन्यन्ते ते अस्मत् अस्मन्नि निवपन्तु
ॐ अन्यन्ते ते अस्मत् अस्मन्नि निवपन्तु
वपन् oh sorry go ahead yeah
अन्यन्ते ते अस्मत् अस्मन्नि निवपन्तु
वपन्तु सेनाघ सेना इति सेना
ॐ वपन्तु सेना आह सेना इति सेना आह वपन्तु सेना आह सेना इति सेना आह
Okay, let's chant the bottom for the entire rook. Stuhe shrutam shrutam gartasadam gartasadam gartasadayuva gartasadayuvanam gartasadamiti gartasadam युवानं मृगं मृगन्न न भीमं भीममुपहत्तुम् उपहत्नुमुग्रम् उग्रमित्युग्रम् मृडाजरित्रे जरित्रे रुद्र रुद्रस्तवानः स्तवानो अन्यम् अन्यन्ते ते अस्मत् अस्मन्नि निवपन्तु वपन्तु सेना आह सेना इति सेना आह. This stuhi. Now, bruhi, stuhi. Bruhi means speak. Stuhi means praise. Praise who? Praise the one Shrutam. Shrutam. Shrutam means the one who is associated with the Shruti. Shruti. What is Shruti? Shruti and Smriti are Vedas. Praise the one who is extolled or the celebrated one in the Shruti, which is the Vedas. And the one who is Garta Sadam. Garta means a deep hole. And on a personal note, the place I come from, the original name of it is called Gartapuri. Garta in Telugu, Gartapuri. Gartapuri became Guntur. Gunta means Garta. Garta, the translation of Garta into Telugu is Gunta. Place which has lot of guntas means, lot of deep holes that would destroy the tires of the vehicles. So it is Guntur. You see, Guntur is mentioned in Rudram. I am so happy. Garta Sadam, Gartapuri. And that Gartapuri is so blessed because there was a Shiva temple that was established by Agastya Mahamuni. It's of course very famous place because many of Baba's very close translators and poets come from Gartapuri, like Professor Anil Kumar, Karunashri Janjhala Papaya Shastri garu, Zammala Madaka Madhavarao Sarma garu, Amarendra Chaturvedula Narasimha Shastri garu. How many names associated with that place? Garta Sadam, maybe because Swami likes Rudram so much, and also these people that are from Gartapuri, Garta Sadam. So the one that is a celebrated in the Vedas, the Shruti, Stuhi, praise him. And the one who is deep, located in this deep place within you, and he is Yuvanam, ever young. And he is the one like a ferocious lion, Mrugan, na bhimam, upahatnam, ugram. Wow. You see, suddenly, all of a sudden, you're looking at this guy who is like a lion that brings shiver, like a ferocious lion. Extol him, invoke him. Mruda jaritre rudraha rudrastavanaha anyante asmat nivapantu senaha. So the word, then Mruda jaritre, O Rudra, make us happy, Mruda, and we are extolling you, Stavanaha, in this mortal frame, Jaritre, Te Senah, your armies, Nivapantu, wipe out, Asmat Anyam, what is different from us? Oh my God, that is different from us. If you really mean all of this when you are chanting Rudram, you will have a different perspective of life. Huh? That's why, prayer is something which many people do, but they have no clue what they're even praying for. They have no clue. And when you start to understand these mantras and say, what am I actually asking? What am I actually doing? What is the meaning of all of this stuff? You may get scared and stop praying because all your life you're doing the opposite. Okay. All our lives we are doing opposite of what we are asking or what we are praying, what we are really looking for. So in this mantra, in essence, what you're saying is, hey, I'm going to extol this one that is praised in the scriptures, and that is eternal, everlasting, ever young, and that love which resides in this Garta. Garta means not only a deep hole, it has several meanings. Garta also means cave, also chariot, effulgence, fire, fire that is lit in burial ground is called Garta. Here, for the sake of simplicity, we are taking the meaning Garta Sadam means deep cave, which Bhagavan Ramana talks about. What is happening in this deep cave called your heart. So, what we are talking is this one you are extolling is not somewhere else. That's deep within your own individual self. Hridakashe is in the Hrida, Akasha, the space. Hridakashe, Sadabhantam, all the time shining. Hridakashe, Sadabhantam, Shantam, peaceful, Anandarupinam, embodiment of bliss. Jnana Bhanum, his Jnana Bhanu, the sun of wisdom. Aham Vande, I am invoking this Sadguru Satya Sainam. The moment you start looking for God outside, you are searching for Him outside. In Telugu, it's called Devulatam. Devulatam means searching. And from Devulatam became Devudu in Telugu. Devudu, Devudu ante Devuladiతే Devudu. And the point of a Swami himself says, I am closer to you than your own eyelid. What you are looking for? Where are you looking for? I'm right here in your heart, deep in your heart. But you never went deep, you know. You're like always on the beach playing with the shells and rocks and sand. But I am deep within. And the deep within is the Garta Sadam. Yuvana means not Yuvana means Yuva means not just young, everlasting, always fresh, always radiant. Mruda Jaritre Rudrastavanaha. And then what you are saying, he is like, also like a ferocious lion. He is the Simha. And when you invoke this Simha, how is suddenly this Simha invoked? Simha is invoked because out of all the animals in the forest, it's only the lion that is the fearless. Even though its strength is much less than that of an elephant. Elephant can just take a lion and throw it miles away. But simple look of this lion will bring what? Bhimam, Upahatnum, Ugram. And when that, what you are invoking? You are invoking this eternal, fresh, everlasting love. But that love brings fearlessness. Our interpretation of the word love is being nice to people. We don't understand really what the word love is. Love is tough. It's tough love. Not just do things that please everybody all the time. but do what is right. And to do what is right, you need to have fearlessness. And that fearlessness is Simha. And then what happens? Mrida Jaritre Rudrastavanaha. And that fearlessness, what it brings, is in this body that is degenerating. You are invoking this tough love. And therefore, what will it do? It will dissolve everything that doesn't belong to you. It will destroy everything that doesn't belong to you. Now you ask the question, do I want to really invoke? Do I really want to invoke this tough love? Are it will bring shiver in your spine. Suddenly, everything you have built, you have packed, all this life, and not just this life, everything that you have packed from millions of lives. So, what you are saying, oh, bring us happiness in this mortal coil of ours and destroy everything that doesn't belong to us with your army. Do not spare anything except the self, is what is the real meaning of it. What happens then? Think about it. Yesterday, Ganesh Chaturthi, I was doing this Shivopasana mantra. I was explaining the meaning of who this Gajanana is. All that story that you read about the moon laughing, he getting elephant head, and the body from the mother Prakriti, Nalugu from her own body. What does that mean? What is the representative? What is the symbolism of that body that is made of that? And why did Shiva now replace that head with that of an elephant? And why should one have an elephant head and a human body? And on the top of it, a mouse or a rat that is hanging around. This Gaja, that what exactly what you have read in the story is all your own individual self. Mahaganesha Nirbhinna Vignayantra Pragarshita. Kameshwara Mukha Loka Kalpita Shri Ganeshwara. I'm not talking about my own knowledge here or interpretation of mantras. Everything that is spoken has a basis as a reference point. Just like when you write a scientific paper, you can't write all nonsense that belong to you. So Vedanta doesn't mean whatever you want to speak. It has to be authentic. It has to be substantiated. Just like when you write a paper, just like you write a patent, you have to disclose what is already known before. But the stupidity of a patent is that there is nothing new you are inventing. It is already there. You are just only discovering, taking the cover out of it. But anyway, be that may, even in the context of what we are talking about, Kameshwara Mukhaloka Kalpita Shri Ganeshwara. This Ganeshwara is Kalpita, has brought forth by the Aloka, Kameshwara, Aloka, Kalpita Shri Ganeshwara. He is not born to them. He is not born to Parvati and Parameshwara physically. It is projection. It is Kalpita. Ganesha is made. Now why I am getting into this? Mrida Jaritre Rudrastavanaha Anyante Asmat Ni Vapantu Senah. So what is it that degenerates and goes away? And therefore the significance of taking this Ganesha and merging in water again. The body of Ganesha is not kept, technically speaking, after you make the Ganesha with mud and then you put an elephant head and then you do puja to him. After 9 days, you take this Ganesha and dissolve in water. Why? You don't do for any other god. Only Ganesha it is done like that. Why? So, brothers and sisters, get into this aspect of asking the questions so that you will truly understand what this all this stuff that we are talking about, the ritual, the murtis, the idols, all those things are everything in Vedas and Shastras is only pointing only to you and to yourself. And the moment you started connecting to that, read the story of Ganesha and ask the question, what is this moon laughing? What is this Shamantakamani business? What is this? All this stuff. Uh, Now that is a lot of work to do. No, my God, what is the doing now? We feel like we have not learned anything so far. And that is the truth. The moment you say, I learned something, you are dead. And what you learned is also dead. So, for 99.99% of the people that are chanting these mantras, thinking that they know already how to chant the mantras are dead. They don't mean anything. Only when you actually keep it alive by deep contemplation. Anyante asmanniva pantu senah. Destroy everything that doesn't belong to this self, and by doing so, bring me happiness. Murda Jaritre Rudrastavanaha. So you are extolling this Rudra, this tough love, and this tough love is this fearless lion that is everlasting, and that tough love that you have invoked. What you are asking this love to do? Be tough and destroy everything that doesn't belong to me. Now you ask the question, what is it that belongs to you really? And the significance of this mouse. See, the mind is filled with this awareness of this Ganesha from Ganesh Chaturthi, that now you start looking from that point of view. The elephant head represents, from a spiritual evolution point of view, the ahankara, the ego. The rat or the mouse that represents the vehicle represents a mamakara, attachment to all the things. Look at what a rat does. Rat packing. It will gather all kinds of nonsense and then accumulates and put it in its rat hole. Our lives are exactly like that. Nothing more than that. We are rat packers. And then on the rat packing, what will happen is the ahankara also shows up. This is the whole point about the Gajendra Moksham. The Gajendra, why the Gajanana, the Gajendra's head was put is this: when he rescued him, he put a ego on the top of this thing that was beheaded. Now you are all thinking, what is it you are interpreting Ganesha like a bad guy? I am not interpreting anything, but that is the truth. When you got sent into the world, you were sent into this ahankara and then mamakara. And then the rest of it is akara, never focusing on nirakara. Now I can go with kara a lot because I am from Gartapuri, Guntur. Everything will become kara, 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 kara. Everything will be very spicy, including these classes are extremely spicy. For some, they are so hot they have to drink a lot of water while they are listening. For there, some are perspiring, some are inspired, some are perspired, some have expired, means they don't come to the classes anymore. Those that don't come to the classes are they have expired. And still there are a few that are holding on because they are inspired. A few are still figuring out, man, do I really need to deal with this perspiration? Uh, it is intense, no? It is intense. It is intense love. Do you think Bhagwan has trained all these students with a lot of easy love, tough love? They don't even dare look at anything else when he is sitting there. Tough love. It's not easy love. And that is, we have to be so grateful to that, because that's what you see when you go to a yajna, and all these Sai devotees, most of them, I wouldn't say all of them, are so focused, so intense. It's like a real collective presence in love. And then you begin to understand what is it to be, what is it to be. Jai Sai Ram. We'll pause here and Yadaksharapada Bhrashtam Chandrasekhara. And then if there are any questions, please post it on the chat.
ॐ यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टम् मात्राहीनम् तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वम् क्षम्यताम् देव नारायण नमोऽस्तु ते विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व सायीश्वर अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशम् मया दासोऽयमिति माम् मत्वा क्षमस्व सायीश्वर अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष सायीश्वर हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्री सायीश्वरार्पणमस्तु स्वस्तिः प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः
Are there any questions or comments? Oh, there's one here. What is this, Swati? What you are saying?
No, you were explaining that there are many holes in your city from where you came. That's why I was just
Uh,
commenting that you can go deep within during contemplation, and that's how we are getting the fruits of it.
yeah, it will make you feel your body very much. All right. Okay,
Anna,
there are.
this
Yes,
is
Sairam.
also what you explained also is what we are invoking through that Matar Me Madhukaita Vagni, that invoking the tough love to destroy all the um, things that do not belongs to us.
Yes. We're all blissed out, huh? Or, oh my God, that's enough. Don't ask any more questions. We
No,
really want to be. Huh?
even the Madhu and Kaitaba also represents the Ahankara and Mamakara, right? In the Devi
Now
Mahatmya.
don't let me get into. Hmm. You can all interpret in many, many ways, whatever you want to. But don't think that that is there, it stops. You just scratched the surface. To understand the word, these karas, you need to really have a taste for it. If when you uh, just when the kara is messing, you know how bland the food is. Uh, that is what life. Yeah. So now this, what happens when those are destroyed? That is the question. Arey man, the whole life is all about me and mine. The whole life is all about me and mine. That's it. You are asking to take out those things, to destroy those things. Why am I living? It's very boring. What kind of life is that? That is living when they are taken out, then it is called loving. The I, when becomes O, live becomes love. Live, Love. Only difference is I and O. All this time it is all about I. That is your living. And when that living, I, destroy everything uh, outside of ourself, means the I and mine are destroyed. And actually speaking, the word destroyed is not even the right interpretation of that. This sense of the I, what is called as the self, it's actually false. It doesn't even exist. Oh, that is the most incredible secret. And there are neurologists that have done the experiments on mind mapping. They do this brain mapping. They do this brain what called hotspots in the brain, and they do this with dopaminergic neurons and neurons that are stimulated by serotonin, by dopamine, by all these hormones, etc. And what happens when you crave for a chocolate, and then you do the mapping, and then it will light up certain parts of the brain, and that certain parts of the brain represent your neuronal impulses associated with those feelings. I'm not talking, again, as I said, everything that is being spoken in the forum is not this knowledge of the self. There are reference points to that. How that reference points exist, including science, including physics, including chemistry, not just only spirituality means Vedas, scriptures, Puranas. That is one part of it. Those are called concepts. And yesterday I was talking in the Shivopasana mantra, the last lecture. Go and listen to that. There are three parts of our life. First is concept, second is practice, third is experience. 99.99% of religious stuff is concepts. Concepts. They're not percepts. You don't actually experience them. And then what you do is you take the concept, God is everywhere. It is a concept. Huh? Have you ever experienced it? Why you did not experience it? And then people ask, why, how do I experience it? Oh yeah, I experienced it once, but it's never sustained. Common questions in study circle. Then the next question is, have you practiced? Have you taken that concept and created a practice, sadhana? And when you do that sadhana, are you explicitly focusing attention on that concept? Is this concept validated? Validated what? Validated not through just some spiritual text, scriptures, validated by reference points that are actually you are able to see and experience in the context of whatever you have learned in science, in physics, in mathematics, all those things. And then when they become, that is the real sadhana, abhyasa, sadhana. Then what happens is the concept then turns into percept or an experience. And when that happens, then it is you actually now become aware of it. Otherwise, you simply know, you did not understand, and you become aware. This is very simple in learning process. First you know, then you have to understand, then third you have to be aware of it. Once you become aware of it, you don't have to now go back and read the same chapter over and again. It becomes a part of you. And that is the what we are talking about. Siddhanta, sadhana, siddhi. Siddhi Buddha. What we talk about Ganesha as the Siddhi Pradata. Siddhi means what? Yesterday you sing so many bhajans, you use the words Buddhi, Siddhi for Ganesha. What is Buddhi? What is Siddhi? Siddhi means actual experience. You have it. It is a perception. It is there, and you cannot deny it. And that is what we are talking about in the context of that. Yes, now take all those. Don't ask me, Anna, is this correct? Is this? I will say, yes, it is correct. No, it is not correct. And I will tell you why, yes, it is correct, is to just let you know that, yeah, you are in the right path. You are going in the right direction. You are not there yet. The moment I say, oh, yes, it is correct, then what you do? You stop pursuing. So you say, yes, it is correct. You are in the right direction. No, it is not correct because it is not stopping there. You have to keep the journey going. Jai Sai Ram. Okay, then in 15 minutes, or less than 15 minutes, we'll come back to Sandhya Vandanam class. Please stay on this line. I'm not going to disconnect the Zoom session. Yes, somebody has a question. Yes, go to Chapan.
Yes, Sairam. And there are two places in the script. Ugram iti Ugram, Asme iti Asme. Why the iti is coming there? Same word is coming. Normally iti comes when there are two words or the last word, right?
In the seventh or eighth. Oh, in the last one. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ugram. In the previous one, Asme iti Asme.
स्तुहि श्रुतं गर्तमिति गर्तसदं युवानं मृगन्न भीममुपहत्नम् उग्रं मृड जरित्रे रुद्रस्तवानः अन्यन्ते అది పదపాఠం అది ఓకే లెట్స్ లుక్ ఎట్ ద క్రమ పాఠం अन्यन्ते ते अस्मत् अस्मन्नि निवपन्तु वपन्तु सेना ఓకే
And the previous one, Bhema Upahatnam Ugram.
భీమముపహత్నం ఉపహత్నముగ్రం ఉగ్రమిత్యుగ్రం ఓకే దట్ ఈస్ ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ లైన్ मृडा जरित्रे जरित्रे रुद्रा रुद्रस्तवानः स्तवानो अन्यम् अन्यन्ते ते अस्मत् अस्मन्नि निवपन्तु वपन्तु सेनाः सेनायिति सेना. Are you talking about the previous mantra?
No, Ugram iti Ugram. Is it if it's end of line, do we say we put iti every time?
Oh, ugramiti ugram. That is what you're asking. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Is
similarly,
ugram?
yeah,
Ah,
because
okay.
there's one word.
So ugram is the end of line, no?
But we don't do it for every line. We do it for, but we do it for end of, if it's end of Anuvakam, yes, we do it.
No. End of line. If you look at end of line usually has, say, for example, the previous one, te astu astvityastu, that is end of ruk, right? Arate goghna utapurushagne chedviraya sumnamasme te astu. There also you see, asme ityaste te astu astvityastu. Every line in the ruk will usually have the closure of that. It's like indicating
Okay.
that that's the end of line and then end of rook, end of line, end of rook, like that.
In the previous one, Asme iti Asme again. But that's not end of line.
Asme ityasme, right? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Asme ityasme. Okay. Sumnam asme te e, asme ityasme. Asme ityasme is because sme are actually two different words, two different syllables there. Asme is not one. Most of the time, if it is, sometimes they create this so te astu astu ityastu. It's a good question. Let me look into that. But asme is actually two words in my understanding. I have to look at the, go back to the reference point on that before I speak further. Okay.
Yeah, so-
Thank you. Thank you for asking. Okay. Okay. Very good. Jai Sai Ram. Okay, we'll stop the live stream and we'll come back in 10